What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training. Today we're going to be breaking down some of the best wide receiver versus DB NFL one-on-one. So we're looking at three practice clips from the NFL. We're going to be breaking down some one-on-one situations with these receivers, how you guys can beat man coverage, press coverage, off man coverage, and all the above. So I hope this video gives you guys some value and gives you some ins and outs of how to beat a guy when it's just straight up man coverage, one-on-ones, and how you guys can get open. Okay, but also, fellas, if you guys are a receiver and you need to get faster, you need to get more explosive, you want to improve your 40 time, check out that very first link in the description for a 4-week-long specific gym program to improve your 40-yard dash. It is 50% off today only, so Friday only. Check out that very first link in the description, fellas. Specific workouts you need to do to be more explosive, improve your fast twitch muscle fibers, and ultimately improve your 40-yard dash. Very first link in the description. Let's get started. So we're looking at this right here from Antonio Brown. So the main thing I want to talk about here is just how he's able to attack leverage, and this is something that you guys are going to see a lot of in these one-on-one situations, right? So when we got a DB, especially when we're on the outside, and this is an off-man situation, right? Like if it's, usually you see this a lot, especially I know a lot of you in high school. At the high school level, you see this a lot in like a cover 0 or a cover 1, right? And I think off-man is probably the stupidest coverage that you can play as a DB because I feel like there's so many different ways that we can attack it. And as a quarterback, that's a gift. I mean, shit, why wouldn't I just run an out route every single time and just dice you up until you start to press? So we got to take advantage of that as a receiver. So when he's inside shade and I have an outside route, like a fade in this example, what do I got to do? You got to square him up. You got to attack him. You got to attack his leverage. You got to attack his midline because think about why he's inside leverage in the first place. He's trying to protect the inside. He doesn't want you to go here, right? So if you threaten him there, what's he going to do? He's going to keep his leverage and drift to the inside. So when he keeps his leverage, what did I just do? I created all this space for myself to the outside to be able to make a break, make a move, and then go, right? So you see Antonio Brown, when he comes off the line, what does he do? Immediately with his stem, he starts to angle it up to this DB, starts attacking his leverage, starts squaring him up, square up that midline, get him to bail out of there, get him to keep that leverage to the inside because that's initially what he does. Look at how anxious he is to protect the inside of the field because he doesn't want to give it up. He doesn't have any help over there. The help is his sideline. So that's where he's trying to force you. He's like, go to the sideline. I got help there, right? He's trying to close the field down for us. But if I attack his leverage and I move him off and I know I got a little bit of speed, I can at least feel comfortable that I could win that race back to that spot because we know the ball is going to be put here. We know the quarterback, whoever it is, Derek Carr, whoever is going to put this thing with some air, is going to put it at a spot and is going to let me go run it down. So if I could move him off that platform, then I know I'm confident I could win that race and I could get up to that spot. So that's what we got to do anytime it's off man, right? Even if it's, let's say it's an off man look, and let's say you got to run like a corner route. You want to square him up, then break off to the corner, and it's going to be a race to that spot where the quarterback's putting the ball. Same thing with the speed out. It's going to be a race right here. Now let's say that you got to run an inside breaking route. Let's say you got to run a post. What you would want to do is you want to attack his leverage for a little bit and then push to this outside shoulder, hoping that he does this. Watch what AB does when he pushes up vertical. You see how he turns his hips? That's what we'd be hoping that he would do on an inside breaking route. So it's all the same, right? You got to make everything look the same, especially when it's at inside leverage, off man coverage. I square him up. I'm attacking him, attacking that midline, attacking that inside shoulder to get him to move inside. Then I have all this space, or maybe pushing to that outside shoulder. AB could put the brakes on right now in one step and then run an inside breaking route. It's all about attacking leverage and attacking his inside or his outside shoulder when you get that off man coverage and it's a one-on-one situation, man coverage in an actual game, right? And these are the reason why I wanted to include these reps specifically is because you see them one-on-ones, all that stuff like the rivals camps, openings, 7-on-7, whatever it is, you see all those guys do all these fancy moves and all this shit that's not going to fly in a real game. These are NFL guys. These are guys at the top, very, very top of their game. So this is what you need to do. This is what's going to translate to a live game because these guys being at the top, being at the very top of their game, they're not doing all that fancy shit that ain't going to work. They're doing stuff that's actually going to apply to a game because that's how they get better and that's how it translates over. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job attacking his leverage, pushing up, and then winning that race back to the ball. It's a great job, Antonio Brown. Great ball by the quarterback as well. All right, so now we're looking at this split release here, okay? So now, split release is a great way to get separation because it avoids that physical jam from a DB, or it allows you to kind of avoid it if you play this correctly, right? So let's watch it full speed. So you're going to split, avoids that punch, and then is able to burst back up to this slant route. So let's talk about it, right? So a split release is exactly how it sounds. You're just like pretty much essentially just bringing your back foot even with your front foot. You're just splitting, right? Now, the thing about the split release is that when I split, and I go here, it's got to be like a patient move, but it's got to be sudden, right? I don't want to rush it. I don't want my feet to be like, I don't want like, I'll draw it over here. I don't want my right foot to be up here and then your left foot back here. And then you're automatically just off balance because your feet are split like this. I want it to be right foot here, left foot here. You're even, you know what I mean? You bring your feet together, they're even, just like this. And that weight stays on the inside arch of your foot because let's say he had to push to the outside and run like maybe a diamond release. Then he could be able to do that, right? Let's say he wants to push to the inside like he did. He can do that because both of his feet are in a balanced position. Now, the also reason why you want to come to balance is let's say this guy does get a jab on you. Let's say he does get hands on you and hits you with a pretty good punch. Then I'm going to be okay because I'm in a good pad level position, right? So when I go with this split release, you see how he gives this little head fake to the outside as well. That's something you can 100% do. Off the split release, you want to take an inside release. I know we were talking about a little bit of reaction a second ago, but like let's say I know I want to take this inside release. I know I want to just get straight across the face right now. Maybe I'm running a drag. Maybe I'm running something like this, like a quick slant, and I just want to go. I don't got time to take the outside release. Maybe it's not a route that's downfield. I hit him with this split release. Maybe I give a little head fake, a little shake to the opposite direction, right? Just to get him off that platform. You see how he gets his feet outside of his frame. He's off balance, and then I'm bursting and I'm exploding up, right? Now, another great thing that you guys can do, especially against press, is a shoulder reduce or like just a little drop of that shoulder or a rip underneath. That's something that's going to really get you some separation, especially against this punch, right? Like, so I go here. I know he's going to want to punch with this hand because I set him up to the outside. He's shooting that hand at me. This shoulder reduce is a great way. Even if you got like, let's say we're at midfield and you got to restack and go run like a corner post or whatever it is, or go run a post, this shoulder reduce will help you get hip to hip, address yourself back over the top, then burst. And you see how this shoulder reduce allows him to get just a completely free release, blow past this guy and run this slant and make this catch over the middle. That's a great job utilizing the split release, great job utilizing that head fake, which is important off the line of scrimmage, giving a little throw to the outside, almost like a crossover, and then giving that shoulder reduce to get back over the top. Let's watch this thing again, full speed one more time. So great job using the split, dip the shoulder, then burst up vertical to the route. All right, guys, I want to take this time to talk about a really great protein powder and pre-workout made specifically for athletes. So if you check out that very first or that second link in the description, the second link below, you'll get access to our anglabs.org. So what that is, you go to anglabs.org, has all the best supplements for athletes. We got protein powder, pre-workout, all stuff that's going to help you guys put on muscle, gain weight, have more energy in the workout, and help your overall performance. So if you use the promo code FIRST15 at checkout, fellas, you guys will get 15% off your first order. So check out that second link in the description if you guys are serious about maybe putting on a little bit more muscle, improving your performance in the gym, increasing your max lifts, and helping your body recover a little bit faster with their Pro Dominance protein powder and taking that pre-workout before you enter the gym to help you guys put on muscle, add strength, and help with your mental focus. So check out that second link in the description, fellas. Promo code FIRST15 at checkout for 15% off. Let's get back to this breakdown. So now, the last route we're going to be looking at here is a goal line fade from Keenan Allen, right? So it's going to be the same thing, inside shade, but I want to talk to you guys about what we can expect from a DB on the goal line, okay? So now, kind of similar approach as that first video with Antonio Brown, right? But now it's on the goal line. So the field's a little bit closer, and you guys get this a lot. I used to love working this, especially when I played, is where you go one-on-ones and you'd be on the 5-yard line going in, because it's just like that little bit of separation is what gets you open. That little bit of separation can really make this DB pay. So he's inside shade like he is, right? So same principles apply. Why is he inside shade? This is what you guys should be asking yourself when you're watching film. These questions, it needs to be just on replay over and over again in your head. So when you go out to a situation where you can't think about it and slow everything down, it's natural. It's a habit. It's a reaction. So he's inside shade. He does not want to let you just cross his face. So where do I got to threaten him? I got to threaten him to the inside. I got to sell like I'm going to the inside. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science, right, fellas? It's super simple. You want to simplify it down for yourself. So he's inside shade. Doesn't want to give up the inside. But now, since we're on the goal line, what is he not going to do? He's not going to backpedal. So if anything, he might just shuffle, right? So you see how I square him up, and that's exactly what he does. He shuffles. He's still protecting this inside, but he ain't backing up, because if he backpedals and you're attacking his leverage, you can just sit down, quarterback throws you the ball, and you could just fall and have an easy touchdown. So DBs are taught not to backpedal when they're on that goal line, right? So when I square him up and I square him up here, I know that he ain't backpedaling, so I know I can make this move. I know I could close that distance with him a little bit more and make this move without him getting hands on me. I know I could be in a spot where I could throw this crossover where I close the distance and I hit him with his 1-2. See how he's selling with his inside, selling with his upper half to the inside. That's what gets this DB to jump, and now look what happened. I got a race. I'm in a foot race to that back corner of the end zone. I squared him up. I know he's not going to backpedal. I know he probably won't come up at me, so I got maybe a 1 or 2 yards of space to work. I could throw that crossover. He's forced to be disciplined and watch my hips. So if I have a good move like Keenan Allen did, where he's actually selling with his upper half, and he's actually, I'll show you guys right here, where he's actually selling with his upper half, and he's actually throwing his hips to the outside. This is what gets the DB to jump, when his hips are going in this direction and his shoulders are going in this direction. Because where do you think he's watching? He's watching hips. If his eyes are high looking at your head and shoulders, that's easy money, because your eyes will lie to him. Your head and shoulders will lie to him. So he's looking at those hips. So I got to actually throw at that upper half, wait on the inside arch as usual so I could explode out. But I throw my upper half to the outside. That's what gets him to jump, and then it's a foot race. And you see how he keeps his head down. He's winning that race back to that ball, so he go make this play. This is a ton of separation when you're on the freaking 3-yard line, right? That's perfect. Any quarterback at this level, any quarterback at the collegiate level should be able to make this throw absolutely no problem. So if I could create this separation because of my IQ, because I know to attack his leverage, I know how to get him off, I'm not wasting time, I'm not doing any stupid fancy moves, I get up to that corner, that's an easy money touchdown for me. Let's watch this thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Keenan Allen squaring him up. Great job attacking his leverage, giving him a move. Then it's just a foot race to that back corner of the end zone. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And again, fellas, improve your 40-yard dash time, 4-week-long program with specific exercises to improve your 40 time, make you more explosive, and help it translate to on-the-field play. Check out that very first link in the description, the very first one, not the second one, the very first one. And it's 50% off today only. Hope we get you guys on that soon. I'll see you guys next time.